We had just finished Riven. Then all of a sudden, I was contacted out of the blue by Steve Jobs, who asked me if I could do
a keynote for the DVD version of Riven.
I honestly was shocked. It made me curious.
Just because it was Steve.
It just felt like a whole different level.
Welcome to Macworld Expo 98. We've made a lot of progress in the last 6 months, and I'd like to give you some updates, tell you about some new stuff, and then we got some fun stuff to demo for you, if that's okay. So let's start off.
It was fun because if you've been to the keynotes, you know that there's usually a lot of practical stuff that people have to pitch, and this was more of him doing his practical stuff, and then I got to end it with this stuff.
Lastly, today, Riven. You know, I guess some of the prior management didn't like games. We are dedicated to get some great games back on the Mac, and we are working on that very hard, and I think we're starting to see some great results. And it's my great pleasure today to welcome Rand Miller on stage, the creator of Riven.
It's a lot. It's the most people I've ever talked in front of, but it was fun and interesting.
Thank you. I got to start this off by telling you guys I feel a little out of place here for a couple reasons. First off, I usually sit home in Spokane, Washington in the snow with my family, and I don't speak to like groups of 10 million people. So if you guys will just consider this like a chat, it'll kind of help me. The naked thing doesn't work for me, so just have a little chat from me. It's actually pretty appropriate that I'm here, aside from the fact that I don't usually do this, because well, let me start a little Riven walkthrough and I'll explain why. With things like the Mac itself, things like HyperCard and even CD-ROM stuff, QuickTime, those things have been the tools that enabled us to build worlds. Now that Apple has announced support for DVD, we've got additional tools to build our worlds even better. Excited about the tools we get from Apple and from the people who support Apple. As long as we get those tools, we'll continue to provide you bigger, better, more immersive worlds to make you much less productive. Thank you.
Steve was good at reading the crowd, and you could tell that by the end it had loosened things up a lot, and his demeanor changed a bit, like, oh, that went well.
Thank you, Rand.
He was probably surprised that many people in the audience knew Mr. Riven. There was a lot of applause and cheering.
And Steve was so nice. Like, we chatted afterwards, and he was really awesome. I feel privileged to have actually gotten to chat with him. Smart guy. Wow.